I'm a bit worried with what we showed yesterday.
The guys say it's amazing. The crowd, it's unbelievable, bro.
I want to play against NAVI. I think I always have like this extra confidence against them.
Hello guys and welcome to another episode of The Lobby. Today is media day for the playoffs here in Rio, and we've got some exciting teams to talk to. I'm going to be chatting with NAVI first, a team that made it to the quarterfinals, not the semifinals, so let's see how they're doing this morning. Wonderful, I know it's early, very early in the day, but I'm just wondering how you guys did last night. Did you get a nice meal together, or what did you guys get up to last night?
We just discussed what happened versus FURIA, that's all.
Yeah. How did that conversation go? Was it intense, or do you feel like you made some progress?
I think the session was good, and we understood our problems, what happened in this game versus FURIA, and we will just try to be better.
What were some of the main things, do you think, that were going wrong? Do you think it was more of a team communication thing or a play style thing? What was the main problem?
Team communication.
Yeah, I mean, we got to hear some comms. It was obvious there's like a few frustrations here and there, but that's pretty natural, right? Like when you're a team that travels to so many events, you don't get a lot of home time. You're so used to seeing each other. It's like a family, right? You get sick of each other sometimes. Sometimes you can get a little snappy. Would you say that's the case?
No, yeah, half of it was problem for sure. Is this what we playing third tournament in a row, just like without any off days?
Yeah.
Of course, you're a little bit tired of each other, but I don't know. Maybe others know, but when you're so much time together, you're feeling something fatigue or something like this.
Yeah.
So.
But there's something to be said about making the quarterfinals. But who should I go bother in your team next? Like, you get the choice. I'll go find someone. Who do you think is feeling the best this morning?
Feeling of best, Biskela.
Okay. I'll go talk to Alexei. Let's see how he's doing. Let's go grab him. Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but Wonderful has sent me your way. He said you're feeling the best this morning, so yeah, he's that evil little smile. But you were saying last night you guys had a good sort of team talk. Do you feel like that progressed well in terms of making some progress for you guys for the playoffs?
Yeah, I always do. You know, team discussions are important. You know, whenever you hit some stumbles along the way. Yeah. But I mean, we had a good discussion. And we're going to continue today. We have a full day, so.
Yeah, I seen there was times we got to listen to a few of the comms throughout the group stages, and obviously you're stepping up as the leader and just kind of sort of squishing any of the conversations that maybe shouldn't be happening in the scene. But do you feel like that issue can be fixed going into the playoffs, just like the little communication issues that have been going on?
Yeah, I mean, communication is one of the things that we've taken a lot of notice now, whether it's like micro stuff, people not answering to each other, or people not really that focused on the big picture, rather maybe a bit too focused on what they need to do. But you know, we know kind of what we are capable of. We go tournament to tournament. Sometimes the mood is a bit down, sometimes it's better. So we're trying to optimize everything for tomorrow. And we also know that once we are playing in front of a crowd, usually you get this extra something that's kind of like enabling us as individuals. But yeah, I do think that just the discuss we had yesterday, the discuss we're going to have today, I think we're going to play better tomorrow than we did yesterday. But you never know.
Yeah, I mean, FURIA have been playing kind of insane throughout this event so far, and they always seem to have something extra in Rio. You can understand why. But it felt yesterday, you know, going to the quarterfinals instead of the semifinals, do you think there's maybe a positive to take from that? You get an extra stage game to warm up, or would you just rather obviously just skip into the semis?
I mean, to me, obviously going into the semis would be maybe a bit better. We would have another day off to practice, I mean. Just to see our mistakes or to review some of the games in more detail. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter. Like when you have a game like that where you're going to be in the playoffs regardless, it's not the most important one. Like I still think that whatever happened yesterday happened, and we still have a good shot in the tournament. You know, we're in the playoffs, in the quarterfinals, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, obviously I'm taking like I don't want to lose a game in a tournament. So obviously I would have wanted to win yesterday, but it is what it is.
Well, quick thoughts on your opponent, Virtus.Pro, a team that have been struggling recently. Maybe played a bit better in the group stages here, but you know, going into the playoffs against VP, they've got a lot of experienced players. They won in Rio 2 years ago at the major. But what are your thoughts on your opponent now?
Yeah, I think they made some progress. They struggled before this tournament. They struggled on the opening match, but since then they've been doing really solid, and they've been improving on some of the maps in their map pool as well. I don't know. For me, it's like a team that when you play on stage against them, like we will treat them as any other team, and they actually are past teammates of Valera, for example. So it's just they are experienced. We also played against them on the stage as well. I think it's going to be an interesting game and a team to take serious.
Well, if you would turn around and show us the name on the back of your jersey, there's a couple of fans asking, you know, what does Biskella mean? So if you could tell us what that means, Alexei, that would be great to know.
I mean, it's just my name backwards. Some people haven't managed to piece that puzzle. Yeah. But I mean, just a nickname the Brazilians gave me. And you know, I'm proudly wearing this shirt here, like Navi gave me this, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice way to get the fans on side, hopefully, but not a lot of detectives in the scene, clearly, not being able to read it backwards. If you go past the mirror, maybe we'll see it, but cheers, Alexei. I'll let you go do your hero shots, so thank you very much. Perfect. First of all, I want to ask you, you know, how have you felt in Rio so far, individually, just happy or in between?
Good question. I don't know, it's kind of in between. Like, I don't think we had any of us problem with the jet lag and stuff like this. Like, we feel pretty good. The weather is pretty nice, and yeah.
Yeah. All right. So more of the Counter-Strike stuff now. You know, going through the group stages, obviously it wasn't the best run for NAVI, but you still made it to the playoffs. You still got enough wins under your belt. How would you rate your performance as a team out of 10? If you had to give us a number out of 10, you know, 10 being the best NAVI ever, obviously 1 being a NAVI we haven't seen yet.
Overall, I will say 5. 5. Yes, but for example, if you have to compare like Imperial game, Liquid game, I will say like a 9, 8 maybe, and FURIA game like a 1. Okay. So that's why I'm going to 5.
What was your biggest problem in the FURIA game? I spoke to a few of your teammates. Everyone's kind of saying the same thing. It's mainly communication. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we had a talk about this. It's mainly communication. But I think, in my opinion, we can also it was like kind of off day. Like nothing worked for us. We tried. Obviously we were trying to speak, but like I said, nothing worked for us. And then I'll put us an off day, and then to forget it fast.
Yeah. So obviously you're going to be playing in front of the Brazilian crowd. You're going to be playing against VP, a team that has won here 2 years ago, but they haven't really been at that forum since, right? It's been a team that's maybe dropped off quite significantly, especially this year. So going into the crowd, are you excited to play in front of that audience? And what do you make of Virtus.Pro?
I mean, I never played on this stage before, so it's going to be excited to play. I played with Brazilian crowd in Rio last time on the major, but not in this arena, on the other arena. It was crazy because I also played against a Brazilian team, so they were cheering for them. It was a bit not nice, I would say, but I think now they're gonna cheer a bit for us until we meet FURIA again, maybe. Yeah. But like I said, I think every team can beat everyone right now. It just depends on focus, small details, and all of this stuff. Like we need to treat Virtus.Pro like properly. Don't disrespect them at all, and then just play our game to have the best comps that we can get, and then win. Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. I think it would be great to see NAVI out on the stage there in the quarterfinals. So let's see how they're going to do. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're down here ready for Media Day. Again, we've got FURIA behind us. Now, FURIA have just made the semifinals, so let's talk to a few of the players and see how in good spirits they are. So we got. I want to talk to Skulls first. I think he'll be a really exciting person to talk to, but he's over with his players right now. So let's see if I can grab him. Hey, morning. Hello. Hey, Skulls. You mind if I grab you for a quick conversation? Yes. So, you know, obviously you made it to the semifinals, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
A couple of months ago, you were on Team Liquid. Now you're on FURIA. How sick does it feel to be playing in a Brazilian team and you're going to be playing in front of a Brazilian crowd? That must feel amazing.
Yeah, it means the world to me, honestly. Like, it's all I ever dreamed about, and it's happening, right? So now it's time to make history.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen you guys obviously take some time to warm up throughout the season, but you're playing so much better now than we've seen you before. Do you feel like there's an extra motivation now that you're in Brazil to play well?
Yeah, for sure. Like most of the year, we are like traveling around the world, and we are not home. So like when we are here, we want to like make things right, you know.
And what part of Brazil are you from? You from Rio? Are you from somewhere close by or different?
I live in a city in São Paulo. It's called Jundiaí. So yeah, big shout out to Jundiaí as well.
Have you got any friends or family coming to watch you play?
Yeah, I have a few friends. My family is always like supporting me, so they're coming. So yeah, I can't wait.
Is this the first time you've had anybody from your family or friends watch you play Counter-Strike live?
Yeah, like in the big arena, yes. So it's gonna be insane. Yeah.
Awesome. And throughout the group stages, obviously you guys had one of the most difficult runs. You played against some of the best teams in the tournament, and you got some big wins versus them. What do you think the difference was at this event compared to previous tournaments where we maybe haven't seen you play as well?
I feel like every tournament we are playing, we are like evolving as a team. And in Betbondasha, I think we play like pretty good CS, and in Pro League, I think we evolved as like also a lot as a team. And even in our game, like against Spirit, I feel like we should won that, you know. So in this last boot camp, we worked a lot, and we really grinded the game and grinded like how like everything that we needed to like look for. And I think we are like showing it in this tournament now.
And it's been some time since you played in Liquid, but what would you say the biggest difference is from your time in Liquid to now playing in FURIA? What is the biggest difference for you?
Most of the vibes, I think, like everyone is like very friendly and like taking care of each other a lot, and that is like the biggest difference in a lot of ways. But I think like the work we are putting as a team, like everyone is the same page, you know, so it's easier.
And who should I bother from your team? Who should I go talk to next? Who do you think's feeling it this morning?
You gotta like talk to Fallen for sure.
Okay, Fallen. I'm looking forward to that. All right, we'll let you go, Skulls. Thank you very much. Let's go talk to Fallen, shall we? You've seen Brazilian Counter-Strike grow from smaller roots to now going into a full arena with thousands of fans again. Just for you, what has that sort of journey been like in terms of watching it grow?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And for me personally, it's like a dream coming true. We have worked very hard for many years to experience things like that. And for me to be able to be here and still competing along the top, for me it's an honor as well. So yeah, I'm just glad we're going to be playing in front of the arena, and I'm going to have a chance to lift another trophy. Still some finals, but now we can already start dreaming, and it doesn't cost you anything to train. And we know it's going to be very tough to any opponents we have in those semifinals, but we're going to do our best.
And I mean, you've had a lot of full Brazilian teams. You've also had some international teams. But like you said, at this later point in your career, you've got another squad that just looks like one of the best Brazilian teams we've seen. How does it compare, FURIA now, compared to like some of the other teams you've had in the past that have been all Brazilian?
I think we're doing very early days. We only have 3 months of this team with schools, and see it as a coach, like it's very early days, and we're already showing a lot of good prospections, good results. And it's going step by step, you know. At first, we were just very happy on getting to the playoffs, as it should be, and then from that point on, some hard and tough defeats against very good teams, and then we learned something from there, get some experience, and now we're able to beat some of them pretty convincingly. And now it's going to be another challenge. Now it's able to do even more, hopefully get the first trophy for this interaction. And also the next step is how we find the consistency to stay at where we are. So there's a lot of different challenges. Every day is going to be a different challenge, and we got to cope them all.
Yeah, and obviously we've seen you guys play better at this event than we have seen at any other tournament. So is there just a feeling of when you came into Rio, did you expect to be playing this well, or is it just something that clicked when you arrived here?
Yeah, being completely honest, before the first game, a lot of pressure on my shoulders, you know, like after winning the first game against FaZe, it was like a heavy truck went out of my shoulder. And it's just because I knew that the path towards the semifinals or quarterfinals was much harder losing the first game. But I think from that point on, confidence starts building in. We got a very good win against MOUZ, kind of showing how we have been working well on the last practice for the couple last weeks. So yeah, I didn't expect to be completely going straight to the semifinals, but that was the dream scenario, and I think we achieved it. So yeah, I'll not say that I was expecting it, because that would be a lie, but I was dreaming of it, and it happened.
Well, it did pay off. Now, Cello, for you, I mean, you've been on a lot of Brazilian teams, but not quite been able to get into the FURIA squad to play in the big arenas in Rio. Now you've got the best Brazilian team, and you're playing on it, and you're going into the arena in Rio. I mean, for you, that feeling must just be indescribable.
It's unbelievable for me. I don't know what I can say, because I never played some playoff like that in Brazil. So for me, Saturday will be a big day.
This has got to be a moment you've just been dreaming of for years, right? I mean, have you got any family, friends coming to watch?
Yeah, my mom, my brother come to watch me. So yeah, you'll be good.
I mean, as a kid, I'm sure in Brazil especially, you always want to be able to perform in some sort of sport or be able to perform in front of your family and friends, and you got to get to do that in the arena. So what have you just been sort of envisioning that moment when you walk out into the arena? Have you been thinking about it?
No, I don't. I can't. Because, como que é ansiedade?
Anxious.
Yeah, because so it's bad. It's bad to imagine this. So nah.
Well, your teammates have been there before, right? They've played in the arena. So have you had any discussions with them about what it feels like at all, or just going to go in fresh for yourself?
The guys say it's amazing. The crowd, it's unbelievable, bro. Yeah.
Well, we know Cello brings a lot of fire, so I'm excited to see that in the arena. And obviously, I want to talk to you real quick as well today, because for you, I mean, this is a big-time job. You just got into the FURIA team. You had a lot of people wondering, you know, are you going to be able to coach this squad to the level they need to be? And you've been seeing some great results. So for you, it must just feel like a lot of pressure off your shoulders. You've made it into the arena in Brazil.
Yeah, one of our goals of this semester was making it to the playoffs here in Rio, because we know that coming here and not making it to the playoffs would be like something bad and sad for us. So one of our goals was making it to the playoffs and being able to play in front of the arena. And we are the only Brazilian team left in the tournament, so we know we represent a lot of things and we represent a lot of people in the entire country. And yeah, it's really special for us making it to the playoffs and straight to the semifinals. It's the dream scenario, as Fabian said.
What has it been like for you coaching a top-tier Counter-Strike team? I mean, coming up to this level can be really difficult.
It's been really cool. I mean, I've been working as the assistant coach for 1.5 years before I took the job as the head coach. So I kind of know how CS worked at this level. But yeah, it's a whole different beast being the coach and being on the stage with the guys. And it's going to be my first time in a big arena like this. But it's been really cool. I'm enjoying the process, and the guys make it very easy for me. So yeah, let's hope for a good show here.
I mean, you have one of the most experienced in-game leaders ever in the game. So what is it like when you call a timeout? What is sort of the inputs that you give?
Yeah, we need to share some of the responsibilities in the timeouts, because of course Fallen brings a lot of ideas himself. And normally I don't even need to call attack, because he already understands what's happening in the game. But whenever I have to calm things down and calm the nerves down and bring the guys back to the game, I do that. And in timeouts, sometimes I have tactical inputs to help them and to help Fallen with it. So yeah, I think we've found a good balance of me helping Fallen with the tactical side and also bringing the guys back to the calmness we need them to be.
Well, thank you very much for your time, guys, and good luck in the semifinals. FURIA into the semis here in Intel Extreme Masters Rio. Here with Heroic. Hey, Nurse, we'll grab a quick chat with you. It's not the earliest media day, but it's still pretty early in the day. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. This is my first time in Brazil, and probably from what I heard, I will get a good experience from this crowd.
I mean, you would know, because your teammates have played in the playoffs every single time. They made it to the final every time. So this is a team that I don't think many would have expected you guys to make it straight to the semifinals coming into the event. Were you kind of expecting this form from you guys coming in?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, at least we expected it. We have like the chance to do it. We had few practice days it was long practice days, and it paid off. Let's say it like that. Yeah.
No, we've seen, obviously, for a few events, you couldn't get Dexter to actually come to the tournament, and it took a while to settle in, but do you feel like he's starting to click in the squad now?
Yeah. From I think this game, big part of it's mental, and it was affecting us when we are playing the first time. We are playing with Nico. We are playing with the coach. We are playing it's really hard. And when now you have this stability, and we will see and we will show in the future how good we are as a team.
Yeah, and looking at your side of the bracket for the playoffs, how are you feeling about it? You've got NAVI, Virtus.Pro in there on that side, so whoever goes on to win that game plays against you guys. How do you feel about those two squads?
So about VP, I don't like to play against them. I never was fan of their game style, but I want to play against NAVI. I think I always have this extra confidence against them. So I think it will be insane match to play against NAVI and also they are playing insane in front of crowd. So I hope it will be like that, Navi against Heroic.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it. So best of luck. I'll let you get on with the other things you have to do here, nerds. Well, I'll see you then. We have to go above someone else from Heroic. Who we got? Okay, they moved upstairs, so we'll move over there. In the blink of an eye, we're going to be upstairs. Another playoffs in Rio. You just keep doing it, man.
Yeah.
Something about this tournament, huh?
Something is blessed and something is cursed.
It's true. It's always second place, but maybe this time we can change. But you were playing lights out in the group stage. You had a crazy last game. So what is it that's going well for you at the moment?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like focusing on the game and focusing on what's in front of me. And I think we were truly able to do it in this tournament. And the practice we had up till now, like before we came here, was like really good, and it was some of the best years we have played. So we had a lot of confidence from the practice, and not from the results necessarily, but in the way we were playing in practice. We just brought it here, and it's so good.
Now, Nurse was telling us it was a very intense practice. Can you maybe talk us through what the practice day would look like? How many hours are we talking?
I don't know, it was not like it was crazy intense, but we would meet up at like 10 a.m. and some days we would finish at 7 a.m. Sometimes at 8 a.m. p.m. I mean 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. So it would be 9-10 hours.
Does it feel good to have some consistent practice with Dexter finally? Like you guys couldn't get him to come to the events, but now you're actually getting a lot of practice and you get a lot of events under your belt.
Yeah, it's definitely needed, and you can still feel there's so many small things that you still need to talk about and adjust, and we haven't found the correct way in all maps yet, and who's calling the city sides and how we're gonna do it, and the system we have, we need to practice a lot more to figure those small things out.
So you've obviously played in front of the Brazilian crowd a lot. You had the huge crowd in 2022 at the major, and then now you've played last year obviously in the final. So what does it feel like from your experience playing against or with the Brazilian crowd or against?
Yeah, it's a different beast. Now we have been so lucky to play FURIA 2 times, and you will never forget that feeling. It's the craziest feeling you will ever get, and I really hope to meet them in the final if we get there. It's something that I really hope to give the other guys as well to really enjoy that, and it's next level.
Yeah, the only way you can play them is that final, so that would be crazy to see. But thanks very much, Tessa. So I'll let you get on with the rest of the media day. Thank you. Hey Dexter, good morning. Good morning. How are you feeling this morning? Well rested?
I feel great.
Yeah. You have a day off now. You've made it to the semi-finals. That must feel amazing. I mean, being away from the game for so long, you're back in CS2, finally able to play with Heroic, and now you're going to play in the semi-finals in Brazil. That must feel pretty awesome.
Yes, that's awesome. I heard how many people will be on the stage, and I'm super excited right now.
Yeah. Now your play style is pretty exciting. So in an arena where you have a crowd that's super excited, I mean, the energy you can bring with some of your op plays might be perfect for what people are wanting to see.
Well, to be honest, when I have been told that there will be like 10,000 people, I was already excited. And now I'm a bit sad that we're not playing today or tomorrow.
Yeah, you want even more games. Well, I mean, for you, coming into CS2, you haven't quite got to the level you were at in CSGO, but do you feel like it's just getting better and better?
Yes, for sure. I truly believe that in the future, with the time, it will be there.
And obviously, there was a period of time where you just couldn't come to the events. Now you're here. Are you feeling what is the biggest thing that's improved so far since you've joined the squad and being finally able to get some good practice and come to the events with them?
I mean, everything gets to be improved. There is one thing which we just focus on. We first time ever had so much time playing together since I joined. And we are working on everything what we can, and we are looking at each game, and we are finding some stuff that can be improved, can be changed, and all of that are helping us to play better each game.
And as an opera, we heard in the past some of your in-game leaders would say you're very willing to make a call around yourself. You're willing to make a play with your own initiative. Would you say that's the same in this Heroic team? Do you feel like you've got a lot of freedom to play with?
Well, I don't really want to talk about some other people that are talking about that, but the thing is, in this team, I think it's working in a perfect way, where we can call and I can call together. So, in my eyes, that's how it should work, and it's working well in that team. Yeah.
And quick thoughts on obviously your opponents, either NAVI or it's VP. Who would you rather play in that match? We had Nerds earlier today saying he would rather play against NAVI. Feels more comfortable against them. Would you agree?
Well, I didn't play against Navi in CS2 to be honest with this European roster, but to be honest, I don't have so much focus on the team that we're gonna play against in semifinals. I think the most important is how we're gonna play, how we're gonna prep, and how we're gonna do our things. And honestly, it might be interesting to play against Navi because they are doing a good job in this season and in the previous season, I think. So, like, but to be honest, I don't have like huge percentage of who I want to play against.
Well, thank you very much, Dexter. I'll let you get on with the rest of your day, but thank you and good luck in the arena.
Thank you.
I want to speak to my favorite entry fragger in the game right now. If you want to speak to me, Flamesy, can I borrow you for a second? Perfect. You're not going to run anywhere, right?
No, she wants me to run away from
Oh, are we going to be in trouble?
Yeah, quick one at work.
Quick one. It's okay. It's okay. We can talk to you a little bit. You're in the playoff in Rio. How did that feel?
It feels amazing. To be obviously, it could have felt better if we beat Roik yesterday, but it does feel good to be on stage in Rio. The fans are crazy. So.
And why did you lose yesterday to Heroic out of all the teams?
I think we lack a lot of stuff on this side due to lack of practice. Like I think I cannot remember and recall the last time we even had a map we practiced on. So it's a bit tougher on this sides. The C sides are still like a bit. We still have a little bit in it, the flows stuff, but it's a bit tough. So yesterday on Mirage we just lacked the things we needed to win, and obviously they did play good. And that's just sometimes going to happen. CS2 is so competitive, you could lose to any team right now, so you just have to accept that you can learn from those games and move on.
But moving into the playoff, I know you lost to Heroic yesterday, and I spoke to Dan as well. He said that the lack of practice and the way you play right now doesn't feel as coordinated as you would like to. Do you still feel you have a good chance at winning it all, heading into the playoff and having that experience on stage?
I think against MOUZ Sports per se, like I'm really curious about that game because they had a little more time to prepare. And I think they're playing good right now, and they just beat FaZe, which is like they broke through the barrier they've been stuck in for a long time. But like let's say winning it all, like it just FURIA is a wild card for me because in Rio de Janeiro they're so good. They just play one of the best Counter-Strike that I've seen. So it's just like I would like to play against FURIA, feel the crowd against you, like all the crowd is going to be against you, and plus. Just play against FURIA in this kind of regard on the semi-final, it's going to be very heated, and which I would like to play. But first of all, we need to beat MOUZ Sports. But eventually, like it's so fast. Like tomorrow you start quarterfinals. In 2 days, you might already win the trophy. So it could go so fast. So yeah, obviously we can win, but we need to step up.
That's fair enough. I think the atmosphere with FURIA inside that arena, that's going to be crazy. Enough for the Counter-Strike talk now. You're in Rio. You've been here for a couple of days. How do you find Rio so far?
Well, we went to a Brazilian steakhouse yesterday, so I'm enjoying Rio. To be honest, also the weather is not. It's a bit grayish outside, but it's really warm, and I like it. I like it more than just having your Danish weather per se. Not that it's too bad, but compared to, like, let's say England is fucked.
To be fair, everyone hates Denmark and the Danish weather, in that regard, no?
But you have Joe and Juice, so we slip.
That's fair enough, that's fair enough. I have a question for you as well, now that you travel so much. I spoke to Dan about it as well. Is there anything you do to make you feel more at home whenever you're traveling? Are you bringing, like, your PlayStation, your favorite magazine, or anything like that?
That's why they asked us to bring the Lucky Charm. To be honest, I don't have anything like a Lucky Charm. I always had like a prayer that my mom used to give me, so it's like a religious stuff.
Okay.
And it's always in my wallet. I have it right now with me, sort of, but it's just weird. But it's like it's just a safe travel sort of thing. Like you just pray before you go on a plane, sort of like that. But it's not like my Lucky Charm. I just have it with me. And then on game, no, I actually don't have anything. Like just my mouse and stuff, I guess.
Just your mouse and stuff. You're a real gamer, man. Yeah. Best of luck in the playoff, and I'll see you around.
Have a good one.
Well, interesting to hear from Flamesy. Doesn't bring anything, and I was, spoke to Dan now, spoke to Flamesy right here. If it was me, I would bring, I don't know, a PlayStation or my favorite magazine, whatever kind of magazine that may be. It could be Sports Illustrated, it could be anything, But, you reckon Spinks is bringing his favorite magazine? Let's ask him. Spinks, can I borrow you for a second? I have a couple of very simple questions for you. I don't want to talk Counter-Strike because you're in the quarterfinal already. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to beat MOUZ. You're going to face FURIA. You're going to shut down the Brazilian crowd. We know how it's going to go, Who cares? Who cares? Okay. Whenever you travel, are you bringing anything to make you feel more like home? Are you bringing a PlayStation to the room? Are you bringing a magazine? Are you bringing anything from home to make it feel more like home when you travel?
I wouldn't say it's something like to make me feel like home. I have like a Lucky Charm that I bring.
And what's that?
It's a Naruto thing that I have it in my backpack. And a friend of mine gave me this before the Paris Major. And then I was like,
that worked.
I will take it. And then we won the Major. And since then I said, it goes with me everywhere. So I have this charm just everywhere.
Okay, I actually lied before. I do want to talk Counter-Strike with you. You're heading into the playoff and you're facing MOUZ, I believe, in the quarterfinal. And if you were to win, potentially FURIA as well in that semi-final, is that a matchup you would like to experience, being inside that arena with all the crazy Brazilian crowd?
Yes, I think like if we win the MOUZ sports, the crowd will be against us, right? For sure, 100%. Nothing, not even to think about it. But it's also nice sometimes to mix up. Like sometimes they're against you, sometimes they're with you. I enjoy, and I think my IGL will enjoy as well. He will use it.
He's soaking that energy, doesn't he? He like being hated, no?
Not by like being hated, but he's good at being hated, I would say.
And he's pretty, you know, how do you say it? He can be provocative as well. Do you think he's going to provoke the crowd?
100%. This guy 100%.
He looks like he's a bit surprised.
He's not listening to us. He's focusing on the MOUZ sports game first, and then we'll see.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And how do you reckon your chances in that game? Do you feel comfortable coming into it?
Yes, I think we didn't show our A game yet. I think throughout this tournament, yes, we are in the playoffs, but I think we still have more to show, and we are doing everything we can to make sure when we go to these quarters, we will have this A game.
Perfect. Listen, best of luck, mate.
Thank you.
There you go. You're not escaping, bro. You're not escaping. Part of the playoff once more in Rio. How does that feel?
I don't know. With the loss of yesterday, it doesn't feel that good because we already knew we were in playoff. But it's good. It's still good because we're not eliminated. But I'm a bit worried with what we showed yesterday.
And what happened yesterday? You said you're worried. You said that you're not happy you didn't win. To be honest, it's not the most important game. But was it the fashion you lost in that worries you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that's one of the first time in my world career we win 2 rounds on T side.
Okay.
And I'm part of the T side, and it's always been our strength. And right now it's pretty difficult, so it's pretty tough for myself at least. And on the side as well, like of course some teams like NAVI, G2 or us had like 3 events in a row, and NAVI went really deep, not us at all, but it's a pretty exhausting without many practice as well. So we can see right now that we lack of practice as well.
Okay, and I think that's the sentiment. You know, you have NAVI obviously entering pretty every single final right now. You guys as well are consistently getting into the semifinals, getting into the playoff, but you're not winning at the moment. Do you think is it lack of practice? Is it Is it saturated schedule? What is it?
No. I mean, for this tournament, it's a lack of practice. For the others, it wasn't. We should have won against Eternal Fire in the quarter in EPL. Same against G2. We 12-9 lead on third map and we lose. We're not there right now. And the craziest is, for example, against G2, we didn't play that good. Against Eternal Fire, we didn't play that good, but we still were really close to win, and that's what is really rough in some sense, because we know that if we played a bit better, we will have get those ones. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on right now, but it's not enough.
You sound a little worried, you know. I've been standing on the disc and I was saying, you know, I'm not too worried because, again, the major is coming up and you did have an extended break during Pro League or coming into Pro League as well. You sound a little more worried to me than I initially would have thought.
No, right now, yes, for this event, because I know when we will come back to home, we'll have a bit of days off because we need it, but also we will be able to practice, and that's what we need right now. I can feel that a lot of our T-side are so uncoordinated. We lack a bit of confidence as well, etc. So, for example, Heroic are coming, they're more fresh, they played more practice than us, and we could see it yesterday. They were the better team, and that's also part of that.
All right, fair enough. Listen, enough for the Counter-Strike talk now. We're in Brazil, you're in Rio, you've been there before as well. Yeah. How are you enjoying it so far?
Well, pretty good.
Weather could be better, no?
Yeah, the weather could be better, but at least the good part is when we come back to Europe, and you know what I mean because you live in Denmark, it's going to be really bad.
Yes.
So it's just a good feeling to be there. In 3 weeks we go in Singapore as well. It's going to be good as well, good weather. A bit more humid than here for sure, but it's going to be good to have some sun again. But yeah, it's good to be here. Third year in a row, sorry, to come in Brazil. It's pretty enjoyable. So Hopefully, last year was really nice because it was the beginning of everything for us.
Mm.
It was the first tournament we won. It was just before the Paris Major, etc. So it got us a bit of confidence. So we have, even though 2022 wasn't like the best, we have good memories here.
All right. And as you said, you're constantly on the move, you're constantly traveling. You and I are pretty much following the same schedule. I know how tough it can be to be away from home. Is there anything specifically you do to make it feel more like home whenever you're traveling? Like, are you bringing any sort of stuff to your hotel room? Do you have like a humidifier that some people have? Like, anything you do to make it feel like home?
No, I don't. Maybe I should find something because on this moment, for when you're not home for almost 4 weeks, it's a bit tough.
You don't bring a PlayStation or anything for the room or nothing, no?
I'm not a gamer. That's what I always say to everyone. I just play CS and that's it.
You and me both.
I'm just doing sports on the side and that's all I can do.
Yeah, I saw you run away from me before. What was that all about?
Just to not getting caught on camera.
Fair enough. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are in the player lounge at IEM Rio before the playoff begin. And in here I caught, Virtus.Pro, a team that, I'm not going to lie, a little bit surprised that they're in the playoff. But let's go find out why that is. Norbert, you want to talk to me? Yes, just sit. It's all good. It's all good. You guys are in the playoff. And I just said that that's, from my point of view, without being disrespectful, maybe a bit of a surprise. You guys have been struggling a bit lately, but you're looking much, much better here in Rio. Why is that?
Because of the aura of Rio. But of course we're happy that we made it to playoffs, to play in front of Brazilian crowd. It feels good.
You have pretty good experience being in Rio, right? You had some high highs, let's put it that way. Obviously the major is the one that comes into mind. Do you feel comfortable being in Rio? Is that like a happy place for you to play?
Yeah, of course it feels like it's second home.
Second home. And I know, the bracket are looking somewhat rough for you. Only good teams left, but how bad do you want to meet FURIA once more inside that arena?
Before the last game against Mongols, when NAVI played against FURIA, I thought NAVI will win and we will play against FURIA, but I hope we'll make it to finals, and FURIA made it to finals, and we will play best of 5 against them.
It'll be a fun final, and are you excited to? I mean, you said it before. You've been in the arena, you experienced the crowd. Are you excited to experience that Brazilian roar once more?
Of course, I missed this feeling because last time the Brazilian crowd was cheering for us, and I hope they will do it again.
Oh yeah, you want them to cheer for you, yeah? Yeah. All right, and as I said, it's been a little bit of a strugglesome period for VP. You guys are seemingly playing better Counter-Strike right now. Do you think it's all the practice now finally coming to fruition?
Yeah, maybe because we had more time between tournaments to practice, and I hope it pays off.
All right, I got one last question for you. Who's the next one we should annoy?
You can come to Fame.
Fame. All right, let's speak to Fame then. Fame, you got called out by your teammate. Listen, you can sit. It's all good. You're in the playoff. IEM Rio. How does that feel?
It's feeling amazing.
Yeah, amazing. You're excited for the Brazilian crowd?
Of course, I love Brazil and I love Brazilian crowd.
Yeah, it's always a great experience. You guys are in the playoff, as I said, and that must be a nice feeling after a couple of rough tournaments. Do you feel like it's the practice coming to fruition now, or is there anything else that is clicking for you guys?
Yeah, it's nice from the last few events that we went to the playoffs, and I think it's the beginning, it's the start, and it's the best city to start playing good. And I think we're gonna have good confidence because of the fans. Maybe they will support us, and yeah, it's just feeling amazing to be here.
I mean, last time you guys were inside that arena, they were supporting you. Do you think they'll remember that from last time around?
I hope so. I don't know, but I hope so.
You hope so. I got one last question for you. Who should be the next one we speak to?
This guy.
This guy? Yes. The mastermind?
Yes.
All right, let's speak to the mastermind. James, you are the guy that never, ever will die on the server, and nor will you die in this interview, bro. How does it feel to be in the playoff at IEM Rio?
It feels amazing.
Yeah, feels good. It's been, as I said, talked to some of your teammates already. It's been a strugglesome period for VP in results-wise. Do you feel like it's all coming together now? You guys are playing better?
Oh yeah, of course we're playing better. Last 6 months not good for us, but right now I think it's okay.
It's okay. And okay, is that enough to potentially go all the way to the final and win the trophy again?
Yes, of course, I hope so.
You hope so. And as I spoke to your teammates about as well, you've been here in Rio before. You have probably the highlight of your career winning the major inside that arena. Is that something that, is still sitting in the back of your mind? Is that something that motivates you to re-experience once more time?
Yeah, of course, it's a magic place for me also. 2 times I was here and 2 times I won. I hope it will be first time.
One could argue the best player in the world when it comes to playing in Rio.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Speaking of countries, you're in Rio, you're in Brazil, coming from Denmark, you from Sweden. It's a different vibe here. It's a different weather. How do you find it so far?
It's good. I mean, it's a different environment. I mean, obviously we had maybe a different hotel like the last few times we were here. So I mean, also maybe it was a little bit better then, but I think it's still fine, and I really enjoy to be here, and it's going to be fun tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard rumors about a beach hotel, and you could go down to the beach, walk down to the beach. We can't quite do that. There's a nice mall next to there. Have you been over there?
No? No, I haven't been there yet, no.
It's not that nice either, so I'll probably stay away from it. Anyhow, heading into the playoff right here, Jimmy said that he's feeling comfortable. The rest of the team feels like it's in a good mood. Do you reckon that sentiment that you guys are feeling in a good state right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're feeling pretty confident. I think our last 2 wins is really like that boost ourselves, I think. And I mean, we're playing with Tara tomorrow, and I think they were pretty struggling yesterday, and same with NAVI. So I think we have a good chance to win the tournament.
Should be fun, and as Jimmy said, I guess one of the dreams would be for you guys to go into that semi-final and perhaps get to play against FURIA. How important would that be for you guys to get that experience?
Obviously, it's gonna be fun. I mean, last time, twice they played in Rio in the arena, it was very much noise. I just remember when they played NAVI in the major, and it was just huge thing, so it's going to be really fun to actually, if we come there, I just need to take one step by step, but yeah, hopefully if we've played it, it's going to be the highlight experience, I think.
One step at a time. One last question, completely unrelated to Counter-Strike whatsoever. We're in the same hotel, and there's 2 different ways you can take a shower. One is the shower head, the other one is the handheld one. Which one are you using?
Shower head.
Why?
Always done it. I just like it.
And how long is your showers usually? Are you standing there for like 10, 15 minutes, or are you half an hour type?
It depends. Yeah, it's usually 10 minutes, but it depends how much time I need. Yeah.
Okay, and when you're at home, do you have a shower head as well?
Not yet, but I have one, but it's really bad power on it, so I need to fix it. But I usually have a bathtub as well that I usually take my shower in. I don't know why, because the power in the one is really poor. But
so let me get that right. You're actually going into a bathtub to take a shower normally.
Yeah, it's really weird, but at the moment I do it. I don't know why.
Well, confirmed. Sweets are weird. Anyway, best of luck in the playoff.
Thank you.